All right. Wife not down with nose job. Wife not down with nose job. All right. Dear Billy Boy, love the podcast, love the stand-up. Thanks for that. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for typing that. He goes, I'm a 31-year-old guy. I'm happily married to a usually supportive wife. I've never been too much of a self-conscious person, but ever since I was a teenager, if there was one thing I could change about my physical appearance, it would be my nose. It's a little big and has a bump on the ridge. He said reference the profile on Nikolai Tesla or the ruler Constantine to get the idea. Obviously, a giant nose with severe acne was immediate fuel for insult through junior high school for the hordes of 14-year-olds. I vowed that one day... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just the fucking worst here. I vowed that one day I would get a nose job to boost my self-esteem. Well, I am now in a position where I can pay to have the surgery. I used to ask my wife a few years back what she thought about it, and she said that if it makes me happy, then do it. However, now that I am closer to having it done, she seems to have changed her mind. She says that she couldn't get used to seeing me look different and isn't sure if she'll like the way the remodeled me looks. I'm disappointed because I really want to have it done and wish she would be supportive. The thing is, my wife is a self-conscious person, and I'm worried that on a small level, she thinks that the new me will be more attractive and warrant the attention of more females. This is not why I'm doing this. I just want to feel better about myself. What should I do? Thanks for your help. All right, back up for a second. You said your wife is self-conscious and you're worried that on a small level she thinks the new me will be more attractive and warrant the attention of more females. As much as you say this isn't why you're doing this, I think that's why you're doing it subconsciously. You know? I think that that's your thought and you're putting it on your wife. You have to understand. You got to understand this, all right? Your nose, all right? That's like that's the hub of your face. Okay? If you add or subtract to that, you're really changing what you look like. Okay? And every chick out there saw Dirty Dancing. And they all saw what the lead of that movie did. She got a nose job. And I thought she was fucking adorable in that movie. I thought she was beautiful. You know, I could never get through the fucking movie. But I thought she was hot. And then she got her nose job. And it was like, what did you do? You know? Look, dude, your fucking nose makes you unique. You should stick with it. Stay with it. I mean, I don't know. To get a nose job because people teased you when you were 14, you're better than that, all right? And you're with your wife. She loves you for who you are. You know, listen, dude. I mean, it's your call in the end. But they don't exactly have those things down to a science. You know what I mean? At this point, plastic surgery, it's like shooting threes. You know, most of them don't go in. But when they do, the crowd goes crazy. So there's a chance that you could come out with the nose you want. But more times than not, I think it's going to, if you know, you want your nose to fucking clang off the front of the rim. Or even worse, shoot a fucking air ball and splat on the fucking hardwood. I would never recommend plastic surgery. But dude, I know what you're going through. This shit about myself. I don't like that I'm fucking losing my hair. And believe me, every time those hair commercials come on, I fucking sit there and look at them and go, should I? Should I? And then I always say I'm not gonna. But I never rule it out that I wouldn't do it. I just keep waiting because every 5 years it gets better and better and better, like how it looks. At this point now, they can just vacuum the hair out of the back and just fucking plant it up front, as opposed to having the scars and the hair plugs and having that shit. But I still, for some reason, I'm not going to do it. I don't know why. And I don't know why. I think about it because I think, like, I can guarantee you this. If women went bald, they would all get fucking hair. They would all have hair plugs in one generation, and then they would all have that type of thing. And it always makes me laugh when women make fun of guys that get, like, a hair transplant. Like, oh, my God, as they sit there wearing makeup, you know, high heels on, and everything about them is to fucking enhance, you know, their looks. But then also I get why they don't like it. You know, because I think what they're attracted to is different. Obviously, they don't want to have some troll of a man. But I think that they may, sir, this might come back to you. They want you to be a fucking man and be comfortable with yourself. Go out there and swing a goddamn axe and bring some fucking lumber in for the fire. You know? They don't want to sit there watching you, looking at yourself in the mirror going, look at this, look at my nose. I just don't like how my ears look. You know? I don't know. My advice would be I would think long and fucking hard. All right? And you told me to look at that picture of like Tesla and Constantine, however the fuck you say their names. Why don't you go look up that chick before and after who was in Dirty Dancing, which is an asshole thing for me to do because I'm sure she had a lot of trauma over that. Now I'm going to fucking re-stir the pot. But yeah. And then you'll probably be like, well, that was a nose job from fucking 23 years ago, and I feel like rolling the dice, then by all means, go for it. But why don't you do before and after? Take a picture of your nose standing to the side, like the mugshot photo. Give me a forward and to the side, and then forward to the side in the end. And this is the deal. If you give me a before and I never get an after, then I know what happened. I'm trying to think. What was one of the songs from Dirty Dancing? Was that I had the time of my life, and I'm dancing with Patrick Swayze. He has really tight slacks, and his hair is done better than mine. Outros. How hardcore was Patrick Swayze? The guy had cancer. He's like, yeah, I'm still smoking. Go fuck yourself. That dude went out like a man. You know? He really did. So did Saddam Hussein, to take a total left-hand turn. All right? I can tell you right now, if people are about ready to hang me, all right, and I would definitely accept the hood. Please put the hood over my face so you can't see me blubbering inside of it. He said, no, I don't want the hood. He stared down everybody and was talking shit. Fuck you, go fuck yourself, your mother's a whore. And they put the rope around his neck. And furthermore, I said, your grandmother's mother's a cunt. I spit on you, and that was it.